Julius Malema has thrown a political grenade into the heart of South Africa's moral debate, openly calling for the legalization of prostitution and stronger protections for sex workers. His statement has reignited a long-standing battle between those who view sex work as a legitimate profession and those who see it as a dangerous path to exploitation. Speaking on the issue, the EFF leader framed sex work as a human rights matter. He argued that in a democratic society, no adult should be criminalized for how they choose to earn a living, so long as it's consensual. What happens between two consenting adults should not be a crime, Malema said, highlighting that criminalization has left sex workers vulnerable to abuse, harassment, and even violence, often from the very authorities meant to protect them. This is not an isolated call. The South African government has already moved in the direction of reform. In 2022, the cabinet introduced a bill to decriminalize both the sale and purchase of sexual services, a step aimed at repealing outdated sections of the Sexual Offences Act. Supporters of this move argue it will reduce stigma, improve access to health care, and give sex workers the legal standing to report abuse without fear of arrest. Human rights organizations such as SWET, Sex Workers Education and Advocacy Task Force, and the Asijiki Coalition have welcomed Malema's position, saying it echoes years of advocacy for dignity and equality in the industry. According to these groups, decriminalization is not about promoting sex work, it's about ensuring that those already in the profession can live and work without fear for their safety. However, not everyone is applauding. Religious leaders, conservative organizations, and anti-trafficking groups warn that legalizing prostitution could lead to a surge in human trafficking, exploitation of minors, and greater organized crime involvement. They argue that in countries where prostitution has been legalized, such as Germany and the Netherlands, the industry has grown in ways that make regulation and safety enforcement extremely difficult. For Malema, the debate is not just moral, it's political and economic. He points out that South Africa's high unemployment rates push many into sex work out of desperation, yet the law treats them as criminals. Legalization, he argues, could bring sex work into the formal economy, with tax revenue and health oversight benefiting both workers and the state. The political stakes are high. By taking this position, Malema positions the EFF as a champion of progressive reforms, appealing to younger and more liberal voters, while also courting controversy among older, more conservative citizens. His call also puts pressure on the ANC-led government to accelerate its decriminalization plans, which have faced repeated delays amid fierce public debate. The issue now sits at the crossroads of law, morality, and economics. Can South Africa strike a balance, protecting sex workers from violence and exploitation while preventing the darker realities of the trade from taking root? Or will the move to legalize open the door to problems the country is not prepared to face? One thing is certain, Malema's words have ensured that the question will not fade quietly. As the legal reform process continues, this debate will test the nation's willingness to confront uncomfortable truths about human rights, economic survival, and personal freedom. Should prostitution be legalized in South Africa? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Like, share, and subscribe to Truth Untold for unfiltered political coverage you won't get anywhere else.